Hello to everyone and welcome to the second part of the training in Microsoft Excel. Good. So in this second part, we are going to continue with basic function in Microsoft Excel. So good. So these are some function here. We are having sum. So in the previous video, I've explained how sum is working. Very easy. We have explained already range. So here everything is okay. So you can read directly here. So here simply means what? Add all values from A1 to A5. So here, if you are watching the previous video, you are understanding this. The second one, average, the same thing you are understanding. So the same thing, the function max. The function max is used to do what? It's used to give us the maximum amongst a given range. So yeah, he's going to do what? He's going to return the highest value among the range what? A1 to A5. Min, return the minimum value. So let me just test that very fast. Good. For example, if I want to calculate the max among Mark 2, what am I going to do? I move here, I just tap, I make sure this is appearing. I say equals to max. When you just write the formula is going to appear, you tap there. You see, now you indicate the range where you want to calculate the max, you close. So normally the max here is 20, so it's going to, good, I hope you are saying 20. So you can change the function to min, you'll be having the result, good. So no time to waste there. So min, the same thing for the minimum. Now the if, this is how the if is working, it's very easy. So if you give your condition, if your condition is correct, you give the what is supposed to print when the condition is correct. Now when the condition is false, what is it supposed to print? So it's exactly that, like in programming. So it simply means what? If I move at this level, let us say here I want to put a condition. I don't know which condition. Okay, at this level, let me just move back here. Let me just remove this. So I'm going to say if. You just click. As I was explaining, look at how it is showing you how to use it. Meaning what? He's saying that if in bracket the first parameter that you enter is what we call logical test, meaning that the test in fact you are trying to do, meaning that the condition in simple words. So if what you are putting, the first thing you are putting is condition. Now after that you put a comma. The next thing that follow is the true statement. True statement meaning that if this condition is true, what is supposed to happen is what you are putting there. After that, when you put comma, the next thing that follow is the false condition, meaning that if this condition is not true, what is supposed to print. For example, here, let me say I want to do something like if Mark 1, meaning that at this level, if Mark 1 is greater than maybe 11, comma, so this is my condition. I want to display a message called pass, meaning he has passed. Else, you put comma now to put the false condition, display what? Fail. Good. You close your bracket, you press enter. So here, what did I say? That if Mark 1 is greater than 11, and here we are having what? 11. 11 is not greater than 11, that's why you display fail. But if I say greater or than or equals to, good, you're going to print what? Pass. Now there's another thing I want to show you which is very important. Now let us say I want to do for this second box. You see that you are not going to come and recopy the same formula. No, it's wasting time for nothing. You press your cursor, you place your cursor on the first box where you type the formula. Now you move at this level here, just follow my cursor. Go, you make sure you're at the end of this cell. Good, you see at the border of this cell. Look at how my arrow have changed to a plus, a normal plus in fact with a black color. You make sure you are having this symbol, this arrow, meaning your arrow is like that. Now you press on the left click of your mouse, you move down. When you move down, hope you are seeing magic. You see. So what he's doing in fact is he's recopying back the formula for you. You see. Now when he recopy the formula at the level of the condition, he's going to change, because up here he was working on what? On 11. He's going to change automatically to work on 1. You see. Good. Now let me press enter. If I move here, look at the formula. It's working on what? On 20. Hope you are seeing that. Good. So any question, please, there's a comment part you can ask there. So that's the whole in fact. Good. The same thing means that when you write a formula on a box, if you want that formula to apply to other box in the same column or in the same row, just drag that thing directly, it's going to work automatically for the rest. Good. But you are going to see something. So here we are going to take small time to explain, because I don't want to just pass here and people are having problem. Now, if I move back at this level, you are going to see that here the only parameter that vary is what? Is E8 in fact. That's why when I'm dragging this down here, oh sorry, I did a mistake. Okay, good. You see, that's why when I'm dragging this down here, it's only this parameter that is going to change. Meaning that at this level we are working on E8. That's why when you drag down here, the only thing that changed also is this same parameter. Now the thing is changing to what? To E9. Good. Now, so we are going to move to another section where I'm going to explain something again concerning this. So let us move. Or before that, let me just explain again something still concerning what we did. Like here, at this level, remember this formula. This formula we're doing what? Sum of what? J1 is to J11. Good. Now, imagine that I want to make the sum of these different ages. You see, no need to come and recopy the formula. No, I just place my my cursor on this box here, because I know that this box is having a formula. You place your arrow at this level. You make sure you're having this plus here. You drag like this back here. Directly, you are seeing that he's calculating the sum of this other one. Meaning, if you click there to verify the formula, you'll be seeing that sum is taking what? He's taking what? C11 to C8 to C11 automatically. I hope you understand what is happening. Meaning that at this level, when you are dragging like that, he is recopying back the formula of this cell to this cell. But everything that is in blue here is dynamic, meaning that it's not static. Meaning that because we are on this box here, he's going to consider that, okay, it simply means that you are trying to sum but now for this row. Hope you are seeing that. Good. Meaning that here, it was for this column. Yeah, good. Now when I drag at this level, automatically Microsoft Excel is going to reason that you are now doing for this column, and it's going to vary automatically. Now in the video, mean that forward, I'm going to explain now how to make those variables to be static, because you are seeing that here is dynamic, meaning that when I'm changing a cell, he's going to change also directly with me. So we are going to see how it is working. So let me move back. So I've explained the if already. Very nice. So it's very easy to understand. Now the count, the use of the count, just to count, you see. Good. So if I want to use count, let me move here. Let us say I want to count what is on this row here. So I'm just going to say equals to count. You click and you just click, and count is checking what are you trying to count. What is the range? I want to count all this. So good. If you press enter, it's going to put 5. Just count it yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope you are seeing the whole of that. Good. Now the next one is count A. What is the whole of count A? So this is it. Count A, very important. There is a lot of past questions with this count A. So count A, you should do what? To count non-empty cell. So there's a difference between count and count A. Good. So if I move at this level here, now let us say here, let me remove this 9, meaning that the cell is empty. You see. Now if I reselect this back again, or no, if I move at this level, if I add A at this level, you put but count A. Good. You press enter. Hope you are seeing. It's now what? It's now 4. Meaning that count A is counting all the cells except cells that are empty. Meaning that since here it is empty, it's just going to count 14, 12, 3, and 29. Meaning that only these 4 cells. That's why the result here is what? 4. So that's the use of count A. So we are done there. Now cell reference. So we are coming to cell reference. So this is exactly what I was explaining. Good. You see, relative. A1 change when copy. Exactly what I was saying. Meaning that if I come back at this level, let us do it again. So this cell here is what? Is G, is G1, is G8 in fact, you see. Good. So if I write a formula here, like let us say this is equal to H plus maybe 1. I press enter. he's going to put 13 because the H here is what? 12. So 13. Now, if I drag this only down here like that, you see what is happening is, if you click again, you see that he has moved to what? To C9. Good, you see directly. And C9 was 23. 23 plus 1, 24. How you are seeing that? So when you copy directly, he's going to change automatically, meaning that at this level, he's going to consider this one was for this row. So when you move to the next row, he's going to consider automatically that, okay, for the column of the age you are now working with, this is going to change it automatically. But now, let us say you are in a situation where you are trying to do something like that. Meaning that, let us say I'm having maybe this 8 here. I'm having this 8 here now. And I'm trying to do something like C8 plus G. Meaning that my aim is to make what? 8 plus 8. You see? But the 8 is inside a box. So meaning that the 8 is not just a value I'm writing like that. No. Like that. No. The 8 that I'm using is inside another box. Enter. No problem. 12 plus 8 is good. But now look at something. If I try to drag this down like that, there's a problem. What is the problem? Look very well. If you click here, what is happening? How you are seeing what is happening? Yeah. This is what here. C9. Because he was at this level, so he's moving down. That is clear now because we move down also. Now, but what's happening is, at this level, we're using what? H7 to have this 8, you see. But now, since I've dragged the formula, he has also dragged this. Meaning that since, let me move back up here, because you need to understand that. If I move back here was H7. So when you drag the formula, he's going to drag this also now to H8. Or H8 is what? Empty. It simply means what? Oh, my aim is, I just want this man here to move, to take this one each time, to take this one each time. But for this one, I don't want him to move. I want him to be constant. So how to solve that is very easy. So we are going to move now to the next part. We call this absolute reference, in fact. So by using this symbol here, good. So what the use of the symbol? So let me explain that very fast. Good. So at this level here, remember that the letter is for the column and the number is for the row. Good. So if I place this symbol here, you see, it simply means that I'm placing it for the column. Now, if I place it again here, it simply means I'm placing it now for the row. So that symbol simply means make a position to be fixed, you see. Now, for my example, I've put it at the level of H, meaning for the column, and the level of 7, saying that when I'm moving from one cell to another, he's not supposed to change. Meaning that here the column is fixed and the row is fixed. Good, exactly. So if I place my cursor back here, I select, you'll be seeing that the thing is now working. Meaning that here, if you look the formula, you'll be seeing that here C9 is moving normally because I did not touch this one. But this one is remaining H7. Why H7? Because I've added a dollar sign here to say I'm blocking the column to change. And I've added a dollar sign here to say I'm blocking the row to change. But now, if you reason very well, you'll be seeing that for my example, I don't need to block the column. Why? Because I'm only going down. So since I'm only going down, it simply means that we are still on H. So H will never change, in fact, you see. Good. But when we are going down, what is changing is where the row, meaning that if you're having this row here, by the time you are moving down, the row is already changing here. It simply means normally what I'm supposed to block is the row. Meaning if you come back to this formula, you remove this symbol at the level of H. You just put it at the level of 7. You press enter and you drag again. You'll be seeing that there's no difference. Everything is still working, you see. Good, you see. Meaning that the only thing I wanted to block is the row, so that when I'm going down, it's not going down. He maintains like that, you see. But this one here, no need to block. I want him to go down because the aim is to take the age of each student and add with 8. The age of each student and add with 8. Very nice, good. But look at something. If you are leaving it like that now, and you come and do this, meaning at this level here, you copy this formula, you move like that. Here there's a problem. Meaning that if you look here, you'll be seeing that it is now I7, you see, because I did not block the the colon. That's why when I'm changing the colon, because normally it was at this colon, but I've moved to I. You see, I've moved to I, which is the new colon. Let me do it again. I've moved. What is it here? I was at this colon here. Sorry, I was at colon G, and I've moved to what? To H. When you move to H, so since at colon G, I was using this H for the 8. You see, by the time you are moving here, it simply means that he's also going to move from, let me remove this message. He's also going to move from H to what? To I. Very clear, you see. So to avoid that problem, you just come and add that $sign in front of it, saying that you are also blocking a colon. So hope it's clear. So it's very important, because I think June 2019, there are questions that if you don't know this, it's finished for you. So if you have any problem here, the comment section is there. Just text me directly. I'm going to answer to re-explain it back for you. So formatting cell. So making bold, italic, underline. I've explained that already. Cell color. So here I'm not going to waste time. I can decide to select maybe this cell. If you want to add a color, you move back here. You can, this is background color here. You see all those things. You can click here. You have different color. So same like in Microsoft Word, in fact. So no time to waste there. Now to sort element. How to sort element? So it's very easy. If I move here, let us say I want to sort this this information by the age. You see, good. So I'm going to select all these like that. I'm going to move to data. Good. At the level of data, you are going to see there's a section here, sort and filter. You click on sort. Now at the level of sort, you are going to see here, sort by. The question is, you want to sort by what? Me, I want to sort by let us say the age. Good. I want to sort by the age. Now here, the order, smallest to largest. Good. So if you want biggest to largest, largest to smallest, you select. Sorry. You see, you can change it. So here, largest to smallest, meaning that the biggest age should be up. Good. So if I press on OK, now how we are seeing now here, junior is up because he's having the largest age. You see. So this is how you are doing sort, in fact. So good. Chart and graph. Good. So here you are having what we call the column chart, the pie chart, the line graph. So to do that is very easy. So you are going to answer a question where they are asking that. Example, let us say they want us to draw a chart based on Mark 2. So you just select Mark 2 like that. You go to insert. Now they are going to precise, in fact, the chart that you are trying to draw. Like here, these are different pie chart here. You see. Good. So based on the date on Mark 2, I can click. Now this is a bar chart here. You see. Good. So it's based on the question, in fact. Good. So at this level, I'm not going to waste time. Now, useful feature, merge. We have discussed about merge. Wrap text. So we are going to answer a question under wrap text. But wrap text is very easy. So let me just explain. Let me just remove this. Good. So wrap text simply means what? Let me select this, for example. Sorry. Good. So let me take something like that. Let us say at this level I'm having total numbers of, let me just something like that, you see. Now if you look very well, you are seeing that total number of is not entering in this box here. So wrap text simply means I click on the box, I move up here at the level of home. Hope you are seeing wrap text. You click there. It's simply meaning that he's going to wrap the text in the box, and even if he's supposed to increase the size of the box to do that, he's going to do it. Hope you are seeing the meaning of wrap text, so that you can be seeing everything. Good. So the rest here, no problem, you are going to say when answering question. Now here, these are the different errors you can be having. So it's important to indicate that. Like here, when you have an error like that, it simply means you are dividing something by 0, and everybody knows that it's not correct. Yeah, when you say hashtag name, you see wrong function name. For example, the function sum. If you're gonna write your own sum, you add e at the end. It's not going to work. At the end, you'll be having this type of thing, meaning that wrong function name. Now, yeah, wrong value. For value is wrong data type. Exactly. Wrong data type simply means, let us say you are trying to add an integer with a letter. It's not working. So the data type are not corresponding. Good. So reference here, invalid reference cell. So this mistake, I will explain it why we are going to answer past question. Value not available. Good. Exactly. So this like you are trying to add maybe value that are not existing. So you'll be having this type of mistake. Good. So the last thing is now how to print. So how to print is very easy. At the end, majority of the question they are going to ask you to print your work. So you just move at the level of file. You click on file, save as. Oh no, sorry. You move to file. Let me do it back. You move on file, print. You just click on print without thinking, and you save it. So desktop, Excel. Let me save it here. You give a name first. Sorry. Let us say. Let me just call it PDF. So any name. Good. Hope you are seeing that. Very important. So yeah, these are some shortcuts. In fact, Control C to copy, Control V to paste, Control Z to undo. Undo simply means, let us say, example, let us say I'm writing maybe 12 here. You see, good. And maybe I don't want to see back this 12. I can undo by doing Control Z, meaning that you go behind, or you move up here. You see, this is undo here. You click there. You're doing the same thing. Here is redo. Good. Control P to print, meaning that to print, then to make all what I show you, you can just do Control P and it's coming automatically here. So yeah, it's just to save time. Good. The rest of the key is not important for you people. Good. So okay. So this all concerning Microsoft Excel. This is all. So the next thing now for us is to answer past question, so that let us apply all what we have studied here in the real question. But let me tell you, this training in Excel, meaning that this class, these two videos, if you look the first video and this second one, just know that you are ready at least 80% in Microsoft Excel. So now we need to answer past question to really to be ready completely 100%. Good. So let us meet in the next video for past question. So don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. Very important. Share also to your friend. So ciao.